Son, we need to have the talk. You need to know what goes where, is what my sysadmin said to me when he introduced me to Linux. And now I get to pass that knowledge on to you guys. Hey guys, I'm Nick and this is my Linux experiment. And in today's video I'd like to talk to you about the Linux file system. So, on Linux all files are stored from the root of the system, called the root. It's represented by the symbol /, so all file path will start by a /. Note that the separator for folders is also a / and not a / like on Windows. So for example, you'll get /home/Nicholas for my home folder. From the root, you've got all your system folders. There is no C drive, which hosts then the program drives. Everything starts from the /, which is the root. So here are these folders by alphabetical order. So first you've got /bin, B-I-N. Bin stands for binaries, which means this folder contains all your binary files, which means it's your programs. Not all your programs will be stored here, but all the basic utilities you'll need are there. For example, everything you'd run on the standard Linux system in the command line. /boot is obvious. This folder contains what your system needs to boot. You shouldn't be seen messing around in there. /dev doesn't stand for development, but for devices. Because on Linux, everything is a file. A folder is a file that contains other files, and a device also is a file, which is created or stored in /dev. These files will be created and stored here when you plug something in your computer. /etc. It was meant for etc. back when it was used to put anything that didn't belong anywhere else. But these days, it's mostly editable configuration files. See E for edit, T for table, and C for configuration. That's a bit far-fetched, but that's how I see it. Files ranging from your repository source list to your users and their passwords, and even x.org configuration files, if you use that, are stored in there. /home. Now we get personal. /home is the folder in where all users store their files. Each user has its own folder contained inside /home. For me, it's /home/Nicholas. /lib. This is where you get your libraries. LIB for libraries. This one has most of the shared libraries used by system programs and by all users. Some other libraries might be installed somewhere else, but this folder also contains kernel modules such as drivers, so don't mess with that. On some systems you might get lib32 and lib64 folders, such as on my system. These contain 32 and 64-bit versions of your libraries, so still don't mess with that. /media. It's from this folder that your plugged-in storage devices will be accessible. /dev contains the reference to the device, and /media contains a folder for each device, and in this folder, what this storage device contains. /mount. It's a relic of the olden days. It was used to mount devices, but sees very little use today, so I'm not going to talk about it too much. /opt, O-P-T. I don't know what that stands for, but maybe optional. It's in there that you'll find your files for programs you have compiled yourself. /proc, P-R-O-C, probably for processor. This folder contains information about your system's basic elements, such as its CPU and the kernel. Mostly system stuff, you shouldn't mess with that at all. /root. It's a /home on steroids. It's the home of the root user, the super user, the one you're never supposed to log in as. Seriously, don't log in as root. You will wreck your system if you do anything wrong. /sbin. Identical to /bin, but with programs only the root user can run. The S stands for super user here, so super user bin. It's the super user binaries. /user. It's all the shit that doesn't know where to go. Seriously, there's a /user/bin, a /user/etc. It's basically a mix of anything that didn't get entry into the other more serious folders. Why /user? Because it was used to host the user folders back when /home didn't exist. /srv. It contains files from your servers. /sys. It's yet another system devices folder. It contains things like your backlight for a keyboard or screen brightness. If you don't want to break anything, I would advise never touching that at all. /tmp for temporary, because the files in there have a short lifespan, supposedly. Apps you're currently running will put stuff there before saving it somewhere else when you want to save them as a file, for example. /var for variable, because its content used to change frequently. Nowadays it's mostly logs in /var/log. It will also include printing tasks or spools while they are being sent to your printer. So here we are guys, that was my quick recap of your standard system folders on Linux and how the file system works. Well, if you enjoyed or if you learned something, don't hesitate to leave a like or a comment, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!